Ryan Pace decided to part with a piece of the Bears' offense, a seemingly important piece to have around quarterback Mitch Trubisky, who led the team in an offensive category in the past. That could have been the lead to a story a year ago about the Bears not matching the New Orleans Saints offer sheet for then restricted free agent wide receiver Cameron Meredith. It applies now, too, in the aftermath of last week's trade to ship running back Jordan Howard to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 2020 draft pick. Broadly, the situation is similar to that of Howard. The Bears let go of a player they felt didn't fit their plans. Of course, the specifics are different. The Bears knew Meredith's medicals after he tore his ACL in a preseason game in 2017 and weren't willing to guarantee over $5 million to him, as the Saints did. Meredith appeared in only 6 games for New Orleans in 2018 and had his knee scoped after landing on injured reserve. Keeping him would have meant not drafting Anthony Miller, who led the Bears in receiving touchdowns as a rookie in 2018. Howard, however, doesn't have a history of injuries. He simply didn't fit what the Bears hoped to accomplish out of a running back unit that added Mike Davis in free agency and seems likely to add another player in the draft, just as Pace did in letting go of Meredith and drafting Miller. Granted, Pace doesn't have a second-round pick, or 3 picks in the first 2 rounds, as he did after trading back into last year's second round to take Miller, with which to draft a running back. The Bears aren't necessarily going to take a running back when they go on the clock with the 87th pick in April's draft. It's going to be a unique year where we're picking and it's still going to be best player available, Pace said. The good news for the Bears' running back depth chart is players at that position usually fall around or 2 below their grade, given teams that don't play at MetLife Stadium usually don't prioritize that position. The Bears could have a second-round grade on someone like Penn State's Miles Sanders or Memphis' Darrell Henderson and get them in the 3rd round, or even the 4th round. The lack of a clear-cut top running back in this year's draft class, though, could lead a few to go off the board after the 1st round. Or the Bears could see a good prospect to target with a 4th or 5th round pick, perhaps like Ohio State's Mike Weber or Notre Dame's Dexter Williams. Either way, the Bears will have options, but for those concerned, annoyed, frustrated with the Bears' trade of Howard, perhaps consider what happened a year ago. The Bears didn't appear to be a better team when they let Meredith go to New Orleans, then wound up a better team because they replaced him with Miller, with Pace and Matt Nagy working closely to identify the right guy to add to their running back group. With Howard out of the picture, perhaps they deserve some benefit of the doubt. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of the Bears. Apparently, it's never too early to start betting on the NFL. Las Vegas sportsbook operator CG Technology unveiled their win total predictions for all 32 teams next season, and they see a tougher road ahead for the Bears in 2019. Here are all the NFL 2019 win totals, from CG Technology, via ESPN, pick.twitter.com/MKQKN7MXDX, Sal Capaccio. American football, at Sal Sports, March 31, 2019. The over/under on next season for Chicago is 9.5 wins, tied for the 6th highest in the league. Vegas has the Bears a half game ahead of the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings at the top of the division, 9 wins each, while the Detroit Lions bring up the rear at 7 wins. Last year, Mitch Trubisky and company opened up with a 6.5 win total, which increased to 7.5 before the season started because the Bears traded for some guy named Mac. After winning the NFC North with a 12-4 record, their win total prediction was sure to improve, but Vegas doesn't quite see them having the same breakout year in Matt Nagy's 2nd season. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of the Bears. How does one cover Duke superstar forward Zion Williamson? For Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo, doing so may require going out of the box. Number 1 Duke and number 2 Michigan State will square off on Sunday with a trip to the Final Four on the line. Ahead of the big matchup, Izzo discussed the challenge that comes with guarding Williamson, who is listed as 6'7", 285 pounds. If he could, Izzo said that he'd borrow Bears pass rusher Khalil Mack in an attempt to cover Williamson. Tom Izzo on the challenge of defending Zion. Khalil Mack is a guy the first look at and say, geez, if I could borrow somebody from the Bears, maybe we could cover him. He's an incredible athlete. He's not Superman, but he's damn close. Will Birchfield, at Birchie_kid, March 30, 2019. Williamson has height and weight on Mack, who is listed as 6'3", 252 pounds. However, one would think that the latter would more than hold his own against the 19-year-old. Plus, in a video from December, Mack looked like someone you wouldn't want to run into on the hardwood. While a Williamson-Mack showdown is unlikely, it's fun to think about how it would go down, nonetheless. Update: Mack tweeted out a playful response to the idea of him covering Williamson for Michigan State on Sunday. Face with tears of joy. What time is the game? I'm on my way. https://t.co/WQRFRRLM9I. Khalil Mack at 52. Mack _ March 31, 2019. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of the Bears.